Hi, this is Kevin Haynes. Welcome back to our series of videos on ways to generate passive income from home. It's not just working from home for an hourly wage, but finding things you can do at home to generate money so it keeps coming in even when you're not actively working on it. We've already covered a bunch of topics in this series, so I encourage you to look back at those titles. If there's a video that catches your attention, then watch it, and if you get value from it, please give it a like. If you want to follow along on this journey and be alerted when new videos are uploaded, I encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you know friends or family members who are trying to find ways to generate some extra money, especially during these difficult times, then I encourage you to share a video with them or share the series with them. Let them follow along as well. Today I want to talk about something that I have heard of and kind of thought of but never really understood how it would work, and that is flipping a domain. Now, I'm not talking about flipping a coin or tossing something up in the air. A domain name is a website name. So google.com, that is a domain name. That's different from google.net or google.info, which Google probably owns all of those, but each one is a unique domain name in and of itself. Two different websites cannot have the exact same one. So you'll find some places that will be creative and they'll change one of the O's in Google to a 0 or something like that. Usually big companies like Google are really onto this. But the idea is that each domain name is completely unique, and there may be one you can purchase. You can purchase an actual domain name and it's registered in your name for a certain period of time. And if a company or an institution or a movie making company or anybody wants to own that domain name, they have to buy it from you. So you can actually try and find a way to buy a domain name that's inexpensive for you. You hang on to it, and then someone buys it from you for more than what you paid for it. You've made some money, and all you were out was the initial purchase, which actually could be very negligible. Now, I wasn't sure if this is something that could be lucrative, and some of it depends on your persistence, how much you really research and check things out. Also, some of it can simply be timing and luck. But there's a domain called cars.com, and apparently whoever owns that website now, or that domain name now, wanted it so badly they paid $872 million to whoever owned that domain name before them. So the right domain name with the right person wanting it could open the door for some money, because I would certainly like $872 million. So here's some ideas to follow, some steps to follow, some ideas to try if you want to make this something that will work for you. First of all, search for a domain name. Sometimes it's something innocuous. You can actually search domain auctions, existing domain names that may be up for sale. Find one that doesn't seem to cost a lot of money and then see if somebody wants that one. Or as you hear about something new and breaking on the horizon, then check out that domain name. For example, I'm recording this in the summer of 2020. It's been a crazy year, and I have no idea what's going to be happening after the summer, but so far this year it's been a roller coaster ride. But with all of the upheavals and changes this year, I kind of wonder, back when this idea first emerged of the horrible things that could happen this year, what if I had bought murderhornets.com? Because that was a real threat and a real fear, at least in part of 2020. Who knows? Somebody may want to take that and do something with that name. I checked, no one owns the domain name right now, as far as I can tell. So I could buy it outright. Maybe at some point somebody would want it. Now, if we're this far to 2020 and no one's bought it, there's not a lot of interest. But if the Murder Hornets end up coming later on this year, maybe somebody will want that domain name. So as you hear about breaking things in the news or in the culture, that might give you an idea of a domain name you can buy and see if someone wants that at some point. So you need to find one that's inexpensive but is lucrative, one that you think might actually end up being one that someone will be willing to pay for. Once you've searched for domain names, now you got to evaluate it. What can make it potentially valuable? The length of it. Real long domain names tend not to be real popular. People have to type those in at least once. Brandability. Is there some brand or something that a brand could use in this one? Relevance. Murder Hornets at least was rather relative to this year. And search friendliness. Is it easy to search for? Is the spelling really odd and bizarre, or is it pretty easy for people to search for? Once you found a domain name that you think will actually maybe make you some money, register it. You can do GoDaddy.com, a lot of other websites. There are many places you can go to register your domain name. Now, the trickiest part, and obviously the one that's most important, is to find a buyer for the domain. So you have a couple of options. One is to buy it and hold it. Just keep it registered in your name. If the registration is going to be expiring, renew it, and see if at some point somebody really wants to buy it from you. You can also, when you register this, you can actually register it anonymously. No one really knows who you are. But you can also let your contact information, at least your email address, be out there. So if someone is interested in buying it from you, it's easier for them to contact you. Also, if you wanted to, you could build a simple one-page website, a landing page. So if someone goes to that website, they see something colorful there, some information, who they can contact if they want to actually buy that domain name. Something nicer than showing up with just an error message that website doesn't really exist. Now, once you find a buyer, someone that actually wants to buy the domain, sell it for more than you paid for it. That whole transaction is pretty easy to do online. So there's an idea. Are there any websites that come to mind for you that you think might actually be able to make you some money? A lot of times companies that make movie studios will often, before they even come up with a formal title for their movie, they will look at the internet and try and find out if their website they want is taken. They may try and buy it. They may come up with a workaround or something close to it. But you never know. You might actually own the domain name that someone is very willing to pay a lot of money for in order to get that back. So give it a try. I'd love to hear your comments on this. Do you think this is something that's viable? Is there something I overlooked, something I could have done differently? If you got some value from the video, would you please give it a like? And if you want to follow along in this series, I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I said that already. Share it with anyone that you think might be interested in it. Out of all the different passive income streams that I've talked about in this series, one that still has my attention the most is affiliate marketing. And there's a link down below if you want to check out an affiliate marketing program that I'm involved with. Great mentors, great training, really good stuff. So click that link down below if you want to check that out. Thanks for watching this video and putting up with the dings from my watch and this as I try and find the right words to describe what I'm talking about. I really love talking about passive income. I think it's the wave of the future. It's a way to make money and not be tied down to a job. And as I said in previous videos, I have a job that I do now. I'm looking for ways to earn extra income, but my job was shut down during the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. And it was kind of a wake-up call that an hourly job really may not be the most secure way of making income. There have got to be other sources, and I think passive income is the way to go. So again, thanks for watching this video. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.